From PCs, smartphones, tablets, social media platforms, app stores, this green logo seems to be winking at us wherever we go. As says Daniel Ek, I don't have Steve Jobs' crisp view of the future, but I have a direction. At a time when the music industry was plagued by piracy, Daniel saw a great opportunity. Turn the pirates into customers. Brilliant, isn't it? Funny times we live in. Basic questions of business owners have shifted gears from what is your business objective and where do you wish to be 10 years from now? The questions are, would this concept even survive after a decade? Or what could be an unforeseen shift in consumer behavior? So, which way do we go? What next do we need to innovate on? As has been said, your share is the new mind share. And that's where Spotify focused on, found its right path. Before delving into the whys and hows behind Spotify, behind Daniel Lake and Martin Lorenzon's thought behind their brainchild, first, let us take a look at the music industry and its spectacular metamorphosis over the past 25 years. Or the romance of the gramophone, which of course now has the value of an antique almost, to the omnipresent cassettes and their ever present nuances. Remember how the pencil became the hero in untangling the stubborn tape? Onward to the smart, sleek CDs. And then came the first big break. Music must be portable. Welcome to MP3 and later MP4. Well, what good is great music if one cannot share it with friends and loved ones? Remember Napster? Napster made sharing the new normal. At the turn of the century saw the launch of Rhapsody as the first on-demand music streaming service. Music revolution was certainly underway. And in this, as is almost the norm with Apple, the first iPhone introduced in 2007 cannibalized its predecessor, the iPod, a great device to download music. And then came the great transition from wired to wireless. AI reigned as the new king and had your favorite playlist ready for you even before you asked for it. We all know that, especially during the pandemic, friends located at different parts of the globe made their own part of the same track, and music was created without anyone even setting foot inside an actual studio. And this is where the big disruptor story of Spotify began. The journey of Saregama or Doremi is in each of our home and hearts and has been a part of everyone's journey. A then to now story in brief. Audio version of entertainment has changed from recorder of chosen music to live stream and now free access to music worldwide. Cost of access? Earlier, it used to be only for the privileged. Now, it is for everyone. From costly, it is now free. Quality of music. It's as if a century has passed from the quality of sound we used to hear on a cassette player vis-a-vis what we hear today. Crisp, clear, so much clarity. However, having said that, there are raging arguments on how continuous compression can actually deteriorate the quality of music for some other time. Speed of delivery. We now have high speed Wi Fi, smart speakers. It's like listening to a live performance. Custom made choice just for you. Flexibility to choose and tech to suggest music just for you. Last but not the least, grow slow, grow big. Having found its firm base in Sweden, Spotify expanded to the US, not in too many places at one go. As stated by startup Genome Project and reported in inkafrica.com, you want to grow your venture as quickly as possible. But doing so out of balance will not turn your company into the next Spotify. Keep that in mind. Problems plaguing the music industry at the start of this century were many, piracy being on the top of the list. And this majorly propelled Daniel Ek and Martin Lorenzon to launch Spotify, a small startup in Stockholm, Sweden, in 2006. Their mission was rather unique: to unlock the potential of human creativity by giving 1 million creative artists the opportunity to live off their art and billions of fans the opportunity to enjoy and be inspired by it. Quoted them. Meaning, 1, create a platform for creators and their audience to connect. 2, give the audience freedom of choice of their preferred genre and artist. And in this, Ek saw a great opportunity. Turn the pirates into customers. So if people could break the law to get music, would they not be willing to pay a small fee to get it legally, seamlessly, and on demand? Innovativeness lies in one's ability to think different. Innovativeness lies in recognizing a glaring negative and turning that into a great opportunity. Paid service. The big milestone in making consumers pay for music again, and this was an unbelievable leap of faith. At a fraction of the price of buying a CD, consumers could now stream music legally, share with others, while creators could experiment and upload as they like. Welcome to Mood. Gone were typical genres like happy, melancholy, weddings, etc. Spotify broke all conventional boundaries and created mood congruence. Basis, your feelings based on environment, tone of voice. Tech was there, which enabled them to determine your emotions and play tracks to match your mood. Limitless became the new normal. Artists, genres, streaming, sharing from any corner of the world became seamless across platforms, devices, people. And for this alone, Spotify would remain as the great boon to experimentation for music creators, music lovers alike. Autoplay. This became a friend who understood your needs even before you stated them. So even after your current playlist was over, Spotify would use algorithm to keep playing music in congruence with your playlist. So get more even without asking. Creating stars. Much like the social media of today, artists became stars and stars became the most wanted stars on Spotify. Further, platforms come alive with videos of music recording through Canvas. Interactive stories made a success even more successful. Needs no explanation. Names are enough. Ed Sheeran at the top of the chart. This was a song, Welcome to the World, for his newborn daughter. Sweet, isn't it? Ariana, Just Look Up. Billie Eilish, Happier Than Ever, TV, the 30th, being the most popular now. Drake, of course, Confusion, I Could Never. Justin Bieber, Honest, Eminem, Taylor Swift, our very own Arijit Singh, so proud of him. BTS, these are the people who are right now at the top of the Spotify 2020 chart. But the thing to consider, the thing to understand is how stars are made on a platform like this and how popular stars like them rise to even greater levels of popularity through apps like Spotify. Nothing surprising for a successful brand. More coverage, more eyeballs, and comparisons with other extremely strong brands does a brand a whole world of good. So, what is all this about creating a mood? Allow me to read out from theconversation.com, and I quote: people's music choices reflect their mood. Sad songs at funerals, happy songs at parties, so on. Spotify provides aggregated listening data across a country as well as across an algorithm that classifies the positivity or negativity of each song. There are 5 different mood mixes primarily to choose from, these being Happy, sad, empowered, productive, nostalgic. As says Daniel Ek, Spotify is going after the world's eardrums. And he says, I don't have Steve Jobs' crisp view of the future, but I do have a direction. If we are moving fast enough, I know we'll eventually get there. Strong words. And such a positive outlook. We wish Spotify the very best in continuing its path breaking journey into a tomorrow filled with challenges, not just tech, but challenges of an ever changing preference. We wish to stay with you as you continue deciphering our moods and playing us music we love. Thank you.